When I think about what our president could do to fight climate change, one of the first things I think of is take the issue seriously, cut through the debate, and move to action. So I think the president and his administration has a real role in providing information to the American public in a way we haven't seen. The challenge of how scientists talk to the public is that science thrives on uncertainty. We talk about what's at the edge, we talk about the unknowns, and we couple that with a media that tends to say 50% this and 50% that. It's our style of material presentation on one hand, on the other hand. And so we present different points of view as if they're of equal weight. There is enormous scientific consensus that we have influenced climate by the addition of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere since 1750. We need to have an administration that doesn't debate the reality of that, but instead says to the public, here are the things that you could do, and here's why it matters. As Americans, I think we have a contradiction in our behavior. We still have bought big vehicles, we still lament $4 gas, but I think that is really because of a lack of clear communication. And I see people as ready to embrace that change. In terms of policy initiatives, I think one that we've seen tossed around in Congress multiple times is the corporate average fuel economy standards. We could have raised those standards already, and rather than think about some car for the distant future running on hydrogen, we could have been aiming at having enhanced fuel economy in our vehicles rather than enhanced power. How many of us really need to go from 0 to 60 as quickly as possible in everyday driving? But we do need to reduce our impact on the environment from our everyday driving. Some scientists think that we've reached the tipping level already, that we have created climate change that we can't undo, that our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren will live with. Other scientists are concerned that we are rapidly approaching the point of no return, where we will have altered the climate in ways we can't really foresee and can't undo on human timescales. The changes that we're making in the atmosphere are enormous in terms of the geologic system of the past. We don't really have good models to look at to say, what does the Earth do when you change the atmosphere this quickly? We're taking old plant matter, old organic material that was buried over millions of years, 100 million years ago, and returning it to the atmosphere in less than 200 years. It's just a huge geochemical experiment. It's a huge geophysical experiment. You'd never get permission to carry out this experiment, but we've done it, and we're going to be living with the consequences.